Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jerod Zavistoski, and you're listening to and watching Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and this stuff your daddy never knew. And joining me tonight, special guest co-host Leah Pelka.
Hi.
And we've got some other guests tonight, Shauna and Shannon Baker, the Baker twins.
Hey.
They're like super famous for looking alike. That's kind of cool. A lot. So, you know, people get famous for looking like somebody else, but in this case, you guys are famous for looking like each other, which is...
I guess so.
Do you guys play a lot of pranks? Like, I feel like I'm a malevolent son of a bitch. So if it were up to me, I would prank everyone all the time.
First question I have is like, please tell me you double date, and if like you go to the bathroom, you're like, no, fuck this one, you take that one, like tag you in.
That would be
super dope. Like that would be
the only time we've ever done something like that is if we're breaking up with someone, and then you feel really bad when you break up with someone. But then if you have a twin, someone that looks like you
that isn't attached
emotionally, then that person steps in and is
Wait.
like, hey.
So
you're like a surrogate?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when you
surrogate on the
crazy.
phone.
Like maybe on the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
in person.
so just backup, like the shoulder
Oh, wait.
pile?
Are you guys' voices identical?
Our voices are identical, yeah.
So we even trick our
Weird.
mom and our grandma, you know.
Our mom doesn't even know the difference between our voices.
She says
All
she
right.
does, but she doesn't.
Total
she doesn't.
mind blown right now.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think about that. Because I could tell you guys apart. Like, looking at you, you guys are like almost twins.
Yeah.
You guys actually
we
don't
are
look
twins,
that.
But
Yeah.
We are identical twins. There's a misconception that
twins all look exactly alike.
Exactly alike.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the embryo and the
When it
development
splits.
and whatever. I was 4 pounds. Shannon was like 7 pounds.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
She almost killed me in the womb.
I
I'm
didn't
alive.
almost kill you.
Nice. You just like, we're going after.
I like how I've
She
suddenly
ate
am
all
now
my
a killer.
food. So I'm alive. I'm alive.
She's alive.
She made it.
Do you still bear some resentment for that? Like every now and again, do you
Oh,
like
no.
when if you guys are cuddling, do you like kick each other? You know, just a
I'm
little.
like, she almost killed me. No, I'm kidding.
She brings it up all the
There's
time.
no like harboring resentment.
Like radio interview, Shannon almost killed me. TV interview, Shannon almost killed me.
I guess when me and my sister, I think I was like 5 and she was like 3 or something, I put a rubber band around her head, and she still holds it against me.
Oh my
to
God,
this
I
day.
went too. Like, what an
Horrifying.
ass move. That's terrible. I would hold it against you. What
I
do
was
you
like a
mean?
5-year-old kid.
What a dick move.
But
Like,
I
no.
guess she just still like. So I mean that there's no like pent up resentment or
No, it's
No,
a
that's what
funny
she
story.
says.
It's a funny
subconscious.
story.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
'Cause I could.
She also told me when we were little that I was the leftovers because
Yes.
I've always
So,
been.
okay,
short
have you
and
ever
Shannon.
seen? There's this
up.
old movie from like the 80s or 90s. It was called Twins. I don't know if we
Yeah,
watched every
yeah,
twin movie
yeah,
out
yeah.
there with Arnold Schwarzenegger
And Danny DeVito.
Yeah. And so there's this one line where he's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, "You're the leftovers of me." So I used to tell this to Shauna, and Shauna believed it.
her.
And actually, we met the writer. We met the writer of the show recently.
We were so
His name is
excited.
Herschel.
Yeah.
And we were like, "You don't understand." Like,
We
I
watched
had
the
Shauna
movie all the
convinced that she was the leftovers.
Yeah.
And she believed it for a really long time.
Until I figured out that it came from a movie.
Yes.
But
That's
anyways,
funny.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. You didn't.
So do you guys feel like whatever deity may be out there, insert your favorite one, doesn't matter, was just like working with you? Like he painted up. Let's just pretend he's painting. He's like, ooh, okay. All right, I'm doing good. And just copy paste. He's like, y'all need to look at this twice. Like he just made 2 of y'all because it was just too good. Because y'all are just, I mean, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I think what ended up happening with that is God created the masterpiece, and
Oh,
he
it's
couldn't
kinda-
really
it's kinda like
tried
that.
to make it again.
Wow.
I'm the minute older.
It's
so
kinda like
she-
that.
He kind of messed
She's
up
the
a little
more
bit. She's
arrogant
shorter than
one.
me. I'm taller.
I just let her think whatever.
I got all the good
whatever. You were the
stuff.
draft.
She
I
got
was
the
the final
leftovers.
copy. So.
Okay, there you
All
go.
right, so it's not like
Wow.
that then.
So you
The
guys,
answer is no.
you guys really come up with. So I mean, this is great because you guys actually think you guys have thought this through.
I guess that we get asked twin questions every single day.
Do you guys have like twin burns? Like, do you guys like burn each other?
No,
like,
not really.
Twin
What?
burn.
I think it's more of
we
the
have a twin
twins
burn?
against the world. I think.
Yeah.
Really,
That's
Yeah.
a good mentality.
But
Yeah.
we do fight, but our fights are always like
We fight-
little,
okay.
stupid stuff.
I actually made a tweet about this the other day. For people that really know Sean and I, like that are like best buds, the way we know they're best buds is because they've seen a twin fight. And the twin fight only lasts
crazy,
for
by the way. Twin
like a
fights are
couple
crazy.
minutes. It'll last
Like
2
we're
minutes.
screaming
Maybe
at each other.
like a bad twin fight would be 10 minutes long. And then but like mean, like we're just angry at each other. And then like 5 minutes later we're friends again. We're like,
We're
oh,
like,
let's go for
Starbucks.
So what would y'all fight over?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
stupid
lipstick.
stuff. We don't even remember.
Clothes.
Red like
really
lipstick,
stupid
clothes.
stuff.
Which brings me to my next question.
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys look at each other, do you guys see each other, or do you guys see each other as completely separate individuals, or is there like a piece of you that kind of sees the other as a piece of them? Like I mean, is there like a super
yin and
strong
yang thing
connection
to it?
Oh
there?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
a huge connection.
Yeah.
But she's her, I'm me. But we have a bond that
Like deeper than actual
It is.
sisters.
Yes, I think
Okay, it's funny because my mom.
Because you can't stay mad at you.
Yeah.
I'd be like looking in the
Right.
mirror like,
Yeah.
you mother, yeah, you
Yeah.
are kind of a handsome guy.
Our
dude."
mom-
I just feel they're like, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, our mom
Her
is
goal is to
for one of us to be
get
married,
married
and have kids. And the thing is that when you're born with a soulmate, I think the reason why me and you are
twin.
single still is because we don't have that desire to be like, oh, we need to go meet people.
Well, you
I
guys are
think it's
career
like,
women too.
Yeah, but we're born with a soulmate, and it's been an issue with like men that we've dated that have been like, well, will I ever be number one? And you're like, actually,
no.
you'll never be
Oh,
number
not.
one.
I didn't
You
even
know?
think about
So you're
that.
automatically
That's a
born
new
with a soulmate.
dynamic.
So it's not like we're actively looking for people because we
It's-
already are
we're
born
just
with a
chill.
soulmate.
So,
We're
like-
yeah.
If somebody's dating you per se, do they kind of have to date your sister as well? Like, what if your sister doesn't like your boyfriend? What
Then
happens
it's
then?
not
he's
gonna work.
gone.
Ooh,
He's done.
child,
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
the tea.
Like the
They
guy,
even said
Tell
that
me
at
a
the same
story.
time. They both were like,
Yeah.
then.
Tell me a
God.
story. Like, tell me a time that happened. Like, have you ever been really attached to someone and then she was like, and you had to do
Actually,
that?
really recently that happened.
Ooh.
Shauna didn't like this one guy that I was dating, and you were like, he's bad news. And then our birthday.
Oh.
Actually, it was like a terrible thing. He actually, this
Are you
guy.
not gonna bring this up?
Okay, maybe I'm not going to bring it up.
Oh, no, go for it. Go
Long
for it.
story
Oh,
short,
yeah.
on my
Yeah,
birthday-
you already went there.
No, we're not going to get too into it, okay? I'm just gonna say
This is
that
Modern Male
Shauna-
Radio. This is knockdown drag out. Come
Shauna
on.
was basically like, no, he's bad news. And then on my birthday, we
not
discovered
just
it.
me, friends.
Was this like
were
a 10-minute
saying
twin
things.
fight?
Mainly,
They had a
Shauna.
10-minute
Like,
twin
not
fight, I
Not
feel
just
like.
me,
Yeah.
Shannon.
Anyways, that's
Okay,
I don't want to talk about
I
it
was not
anymore.
say I did not end your relationship for you to
No,
say that.
I'm
he
saying-
was being a shady person.
Okay, I'm just
so-
saying that obviously that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, but it was never my influence on
Can you
why.
can you just
Okay.
tell us?
No, the guy is a musician and he doesn't deserve the press, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve the
Okay.
promotion.
He does not deserve
Okay.
the promotion.
Well, whoever you are, fuck
We don't have
you.
to say his
Because you're
name.
an asshole,
You.
apparently.
But
Yeah.
so, anyways, you guys, you found yourself in a situation where this guy, you kind of liked him, and she didn't like him, and then it.
No, it was the first time where I didn't listen to her, and I just continued dating the person.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow.
then he hit on my friend at my birthday party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so wait,
Oh,
as
you were right.
At my birth, this just happened a couple weeks
so
ago.
wait, was that your perspective from the beginning that he couldn't be trusted, or
Shauna didn't think that you could be trusted because of,
Yeah.
of stuff.
You could just see.
You could just tell.
So what
Yeah.
are the differences? I mean, because you guys are sitting here like you guys are very, very similar. You guys look alike.
We
like,
have the same taste in,
in guys. It's awful.
so you guys
Yeah.
literally are like both at the same time.
We
Like,
like
I want him. I
actually-
want him.
Yeah.
No,
no,
we
no,
have
no.
a dib system.
We do.
Yeah.
And once that twin kisses or dates the other person, then that
Then
person,
that
like
per-
if we like the same guy,
and
and
you kiss someone.
yeah, that guy,
That guy becomes garbage to
To her.
me.
Like,
it's
it's
like
like
that.
gross.
That's
Like,
just
Yeah,
gross.
but
It's
I
like
mean,
incest.
It's
as
nasty,
with
right. It's
Yeah.
actually-
Yeah.
So wait, have you ever both looked at one person at the same time, had called dibs at the same time, and been like, shit?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like paper,
that-
rock,
yeah,
scissors? How do you finalize that?
You kind of just
You
have
kind
to
of just
back
talk
off.
with each other.
You just
Or if you both like
No one
them,
gets them?
then nobody
Nobody
gets
gets
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
dead
just like,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
what
Terrible.
about what
Flag
I
on the
mean?
play.
This might seem a little misogynistic, but what if like would you guys both date him? I mean,
Ew.
you guys are so
Yikes.
connected.
That would never
never
happen.
happen.
Jared,
Never
this is
happen.
not modern male radio like that. Relax, okay?
Well, no. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask, like right off the jump, is how many times do you guys get asked questions like that? Like how many times
Every single
do
day.
do guys come in and try and date both of you at the
No,
same time?
that doesn't happen too often.
That doesn't happen?
But it
No,
has happened.
It has happened, but it hasn't happened. Like if I reject someone, a
Then,
guy,
like, let's
then
say
he'll go
Shauna
for
rejects,
Shannon.
yeah, or vice versa,
Ooh.
where they think like, oh, I
Right.
struck out with
struck
this
out with one, I'm gonna go for the
And
other
it's like,
one.
That's
no,
dirty,
dude.
though.
Yeah, it is dirty.
That's
But
dirty. That's
clearly-
good
I
that
feel
you
like
called
LA
them
guys,
out.
We have the
LA
same
guys
taste.
have done that. I'm
We have the
just
same
saying.
taste, so that's never gonna happen.
So
But
that's
yeah.
where the connection stops. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are very, very
Yes.
similar, but you guys do consider yourself individuals.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Individuals, but you
Yes.
have the same taste in men. Not to
Yes.
be a dick, but I want to circle back around and ask one
Yeah.
more question.
Yeah.
So that dude, that the birthday party
Yeah.
situation, not to be a dick, but I can't let it go yet.
Right.
So when you realized that happened,
He
did you-
denied it.
Oh!
He was like full on
And then
denial.
he texted our friend.
And then he
and
texted
hit her up afterwards.
Yeah,
saying, oh,
he was-
Shannon and I.
He was like, "Oh,
are-"
Shannon, she ended things with me." And then I was like, and she was like, "Listen, look what he wrote me." I'm like, "Why would you write that to someone unless you were interested in that person?" He was
May
like, "No,
he
I was
never
trying to
write
get-"
a hit again,
Yeah, he
girl.
was like, "I was trying to get some empathy, and I just wanted to." I don't know what he was saying, and then I was like, "Dude, like." you're messing
There's
up
none to
bad.
be had. I'm not going to feel
You
sorry
know?
for you because
Yeah.
you're an asshole.
Yes,
that was
exactly.
a choice, my friend.
Thank God that guy
I get
didn't
it.
end up in any of our birthday photos.
I
Yes.
get it. I get
Yes,
it. Because
he did
Instagram is
not.
permanent. That's like a tattoo. Because
Yes,
people will
right?
screen shoot that kind of stuff. You can't take
I
it
think
back.
that was like the
even do
most
that.
shadiest thing
No
that's ever
take-backs on
happened to
Instagram.
me was that situation with a guy.
Yeah.
Like, that was pretty much like shady. You bring a guy to your birthday to meet all of your
Absolutely.
friends, and then he hits on the girl, like one of my friends.
Yeah.
But was that kind of
Messed
your
up.
birthday present, even though it's her birthday
No,
fail?
I
You're
was
kind of
just
like,
like,
oh,
I knew it was gonna end. I'm like, wasn't expecting it to happen this quick, you know. I'm like,
Right.
wow. I'm like, you really showed me, you know.
I actually
Right?
thought it would be like a few
Yeah, but you
months.
felt on point. You were
Right
like,
away, I'm like, sick
Yeah.
feeling.
Y'all
sick
can't
feeling.
tell
And
me
she
nothing.
told me, and I
Like-
didn't listen to it. So
I'm like-
usually we always listen to each other, but that's a lesson learned.
So had you like macked it to that boy first or something like that? Because I
Did I
feel like
what?
I feel like you had to like have gone in or something like that, and you had that like some kind of different connection with him to not listen to her. You may have been digmatized just a little bit. That's what happened. I knew it. It always happens. It's the worst. I feel you, girl. It happens. Don't worry. I'm not mad at it. I feel like that's the only reason you would betray your sister. And I can
Digmatized.
understand that one a little bit. You know what I mean? It's like,
It's going in the book.
so much
that's
betrayal.
a,
It
that's,
was
a,
just-
that's a dice roll.
I would have
That's going in the
supported. I
book.
supported, but I knew it wouldn't work. I'm like, I'll support. You know, I'll support.
Sure.
Like on the side, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this guy is awesome.
But you
know?
you threw a flag on the play and
like,
said,
I knew.
"There's
I'm like,
no
I knew
way."
it.
So wait, when I met you guys, or I'm sorry, when we started talking, you had an Instagram account that had way more followers than
Oh my
the
God.
two individuals you do now. And I believe that you had told me that one of your exes or somebody had deleted that.
My
Oh
ex.
yeah.
So I tend to date crazy people
I
like
see
us.
this. It's
Yes,
a
yeah.
Saturday and a half. Like-
Beautiful but crazy people.
See, I would have killed somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, especially you guys were getting up to like 500,000 followers
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That is
And-
some dirty thing.
On
to do.
our-
Like
the
girls
Baker
will throw
twins.
your clothes out in the street. Men
Yeah.
delete
So
your
we had
Instagrams.
the
No,
Instagram
no.
account
No, it's not
at the
cool.
Baker
Messing my
twins.
contour.
And right, my ex-boyfriend, like I broke up with him, and like literally the day after, all of a sudden my account, all of our accounts are deleted,
except for mine, except for my
Shauna's,
personal one.
he didn't know.
Wait,
the
how did he
password.
have your password?
Because Shauna,
That's some
asked-
insecure shit.
One
like,
day, Shauna asked me what the password was to our Baker Twins account, and, then I
And
was
the
like, I
Baker
told
Twins
her.
account and Shannon Baker account
was the same password. So he deleted them all.
He deleted them both.
Yeah.
So
But why did he have it to begin with? Why did you trusted him too
I
much?
did
Like,
trust. I'm very trusting. I'm the type of person that will, like, if some, you know what, I've never been cheated on except for that one incident, the birthday party. But I've always been very trusting in relationships, and maybe that's gotten me in trouble. But I've never been the jealous type or anything like that. So.
But at least you can admit it. At least you said
Yeah.
like maybe it's gotten you in trouble. So
Yeah.
that's the first step to recovery right
Yeah,
there. Like,
Yeah.
it's admitting you have a problem. So there you go. Step one, girl. I'm proud of you. Like you gonna make it through it.
Hey, yeah, and you know we can talk about that, why people have types and what that is, and you know it goes back and forth. Like it can be a fascination with something that you're not, or it can be, you know, an inclination towards something that you are. I find that crazy attracts crazy. I find that like attracts like, or in some rare cases, opposites attract because they feel comfortable around that. Maybe you had a relative or something who's really crazy or whatever it is. And another similarity between all three of you that I just kind of noticed that's really
What?
off topic is that you guys are all Native American.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, so I
That's pretty random.
really
I
put
know,
the thing
and
together.
that was really cool. I was telling them earlier about how I had seen them on Tire Show many years ago, and how when you said their name, I was like, "That's familiar." Googled it, saw them, and was like, "Oh no, this was a profound moment in my life," because I had no idea. I mean, it's really cool to think that you guys you're activists as well. That's dope. I mean, that's a beautiful thing because you're using your platform for positivity,
Yeah.
and bringing awareness to something.
Thank you.
But it did to me at that juncture. I didn't even know that, and when I was watching it, I was like, "Wow, these two gorgeous girls are having a hard time," because I remember the very time that you said that you went into an audition, you had gotten some lines, and then they told you to go to like 10 or whatever else, and it was upsetting to you guys, and how terrible that was. So I mean, it's hard to think that these two gorgeous girls, like these perfect sets of X chromosomes together, like how in the
Aw,
world
thank
they would
you.
end up in that
We gotta hang out with
situation.
you some more.
Hello. Fun, no, it's great. I have
turned
plenty of
into our
guy
new
friends
best
that are not
friend.
shady, so
Oh,
perfect.
okay.
I'm gonna hook you up.
I'm kidding, Carly.
So why do you think that you date crazy guys?
I think it's just been my. To tell you
It's
the truth,
been her stroke of luck this past 2 years. I think
Well,
that's what
I've been
it
single
is.
for about a couple of years. I've been in a relationship my entire life. In the last 3 years, I've been single. So maybe I just get hit with crazy all of a sudden. You know.
Well,
so.
you weren't actually single. You were dated, but
No, I'm talking about when I broke
yeah,
up.
yeah,
Did you just say
yeah.
First
sexually
boyfriend
single? I
ever.
feel like I heard
Single,
that.
single.
My first boyfriend ever that I was with
No.
for like
Yeah.
forever, my entire life.
So okay, so aside from insanity, what's on the checklist? Like, what do you guys go for? What kind of guys do you
People
girls like?
that aren't jealous and delete Instagram accounts. No, I'm kidding.
No haters.
That's a circle
I have a
back.
question. Is it a physical attraction that you guys share?
Oh,
or is it more
definitely.
like the mental, spiritual
No,
section?
I think that we are type of guys.
They
look wise,
gorgeous.
look.
But once we
the
get
same.
to know them,
But
I'm like,
they're
oh, this
different.
guy
But
is
then-
more
I
like
see.
Shannon's kind of
Yeah.
guy.
So I'm
Or
more.
like-
Yeah, we have different tastes in
Yeah.
guys when it comes
Have
to
y'all ever
personality.
passed before? Have you ever been like, you know what? We haven't done anything yet, and I feel like he's better for you. I'm gonna pass.
No.
Like,
No.
can't do that
Because
either.
once they went on a
Just
date,
asking.
it's like
just
what-
gross.
I feel like it's like
doesn't
a
matter,
mulligan.
you can explain it. Okay,
It doesn't mean-
No mulligans?
Yeah,
Cool.
well, the way we look at it is that like I'm looking for potentials, and if someone went on a date with Shannon's like, oh, I don't really connect with them, but really this guy would connect with you. Do I really want to explain on my wedding day? My husband went on a date with my sister first.
I see.
I never
You know
really
what I
thought of
mean?
it that way.
I don't want that.
I just for
I
me,
want
I
like
just
a romantic
for
fairy
me,
tale.
it's not even like that.
But
It's
that
not
kind
even
of
about
is
that,
though. You know, at least like it kind of in a way, because if you haven't done anything yet and you pause, it's very romantic
But the
that,
fact that
he
he-
would be like, okay, I trust her.
It's that
to
whole
sit
thing
next
of
to
where
sister.
you feel like you're the
That's like blind dating,
the
right?
leftover,
Yeah.
or you feel like
It's
you're
like pick me, choose me. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
like
see.
first,
My
you know.
movie line.
I
Okay,
see.
quit.
I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Keep
No. That's not what I was gonna
Oh.
say. I was gonna say it's quick, like
Quoting
quoting
movie
movie lines and using
It's-
those answers.
It's the best. Like I just said today earlier, I said like stop trying to make fetch happen.
So
I
wait.
always quit movies. I
Back
always
to
do.
what is your actual type? Because you guys
Oh,
haven't.
sorry. We
we
digress a
both
lot.
like the same like type of guy when it comes to looks.
What is
Yes.
that type?
like
tall,
gorgeous, tall, pretty eyes.
handsome.
Gorgeous and
no.
tall, pretty eyes isn't a type.
No, we're talking about looks. We're just talking about aesthetics right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys
That's
like guys with tattoos?
vanity.
Guys who are athletic?
No,
Guys?
I'm gay.
No,
I'm okay with tattoos.
I'm not that
I would
much
be okay
into
with
tattoos.
tattoos, but they have to have a pretty face and muscles. You
Okay,
know?
so
How pretty though? Okay, so we're talking like full on pretty boy, like waxes
Like-
his eyebrows.
No.
Are you,
Oh.
are you
Okay.
asking
No.
maybe more or less
I
like
think-
he has to be like a 9.5 plus, or he has to
No,
be
I'm
like
I'm trying to get a very specific
seeing
like
idea.
a Greek,
I want-
a Greek guy,
I
or
wanna-
Yeah.
like oh okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Just
can't
make you
anything.
happy.
You can't win. You
I
can't win,
can't.
Leah.
I've given you everything already. What do you mean do? Like interpretive dancing? I can't. Like
You just gotta lay out right there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
We'll get you a little
know.
cross that
like,
we can put you on.
Let's
or
smoke
something.
signal it to him. So
Um,
you read them. I don't know.
But we're,
Y'all
we're
got
like,
coming.
Was that racist? No.
No, because we're all the same thing. Not at
Yeah,
all.
I guess.
You can't say it. I can.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, the double standards are just whipping through here. So back to what
We're-
actual.
we're from a small town, so we would like. Sorry, I'm speaking for both of us.
Okay.
A guy that is able to change the tire, fix
Oh.
the sink.
How about let's stop dating guys
that wear
makeup.
makeup.
Wait, what? You
What
ever
are
did
Guys
this?
in
Wait, hold
LA,
on. When
there's
did
so
you?
many of them that wear
Actors
makeup.
that wear makeup,
And
they
it's
wear
like-
more makeup than I do.
Stop.
Just don't.
stop.
Don't.
do
BB
it.
cream, no, it's not okay.
BB cream is still makeup. It is not tinted moisturizer. It is foundation. Anyway, sorry.
Sorry.
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, no makeup.
I mean, I've met a couple guys in the rock community that wear makeup, but
Yeah.
the only guys that I know that wear makeup like men.
That you know.
We find
Do
that.
makeup.
Trust me.
Yeah.
No. We see.
Girls know.
we think guys don't wear makeup, and then you check their sink, and they're like, "What the hell?" And you're like, "What is this?" And you're like,
And you go like
that
that.
has never happened to me. Never happened to me.
Well, it's funny because I used to keep around a little foundation back in the day when I would box a lot because I got black eyes every other day, and it's funny because you probably can't see it on the camera right now, but I actually have little. Like I
mean,
have
that's
little
pretty
scratches
legit.
all over my face.
"No,
I'm
we're
still
not
boxing.
We
You're on
definitely
TV.
no.
But
We
if
need
you're
to
gonna-
hang out more because I don't know people like that, and I can introduce you to
But
some people
that-
that don't wear makeup.
Okay,
got
that's-
plenty.
That's
got a whole
insane.
list.
So
Got a
that's
couple.
actually a thing. Like
It
you-
is.
Yes.
So not only are they all good looking, but they're also like how like
Really
if you're really really good looking as a guy, like even if there are some parts of you that aren't the best, it's like you already have such a huge leg up that if you try and overdo it and you're so concerned with it that you begin to aesthetify yourself to the point where you start to look feminine, you start to do feminine things. That's where you're gonna screw
not
up. And I've met
me.
guys like that will actually. I've never met a guy
That you
or
will
that
know.
I knew of,
Know of.
that actually wore makeup that was also straight. But I have met guys that would just over pluck their eyebrows or kind of constantly keep stuff on their lips or.
That's too much.
Where
That's
do
too
people
much.
live?
I'm trying to think of what else.
Hollywood.
So
Like West Hollywood?
Are
'Cause
these-
that explains it. Like,
We do live in West Hollywood. But
So wait, are these guys like?
Like,
Would they
there's
do
the
their
answer.
eyebrows too? I mean, I'm sorry, their eyelashes. Like, I mean, how deep does this go?
It's
Okay, I
just-
would just say like good looking. It doesn't have. It's not as like. Let's just get past the good looking thing. He has to be good looking. He has to be attractive. He has to be into fitness because Sean and I are huge into fitness. And if you're not into fitness, then
Then
you
who
may
the
as
fuck are
well-
you to me?
Yeah.
Right,
No, it's more
nobody.
like okay. You should be able to
Nobody.
enjoy things. Whoever your match is should be able to enjoy the same things that you enjoy, like going out for runs or going
Sure.
lifting weights. And if you are with someone that doesn't do that, like then you're just what's the point if you
do you
don't
guys
have the same
have
interest?
twin time that they're gonna have to understand? Like, do you guys share running together, and you guys, yeah, that's what y'all do together, and like he's not gonna jump into running
We
with
work
you.
out all the time, but to tell you the truth, whenever one of us has a boyfriend, it ends
One
up
of us
being
is a third wheel.
a third
basically.
wheel. So like, no matter, we end up just hanging out, all of us.
Would
What
you
if
guys
y'all
ever?
found twins?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
That would be
just gonna
so
say that. I was just gonna say that.
Yes.
What if you guys found two gorgeous twin dudes?
no.
We will
No.
never ever do that
Why?
again.
No.
Again?
We will never do that again.
Why'd you even say again?
Oh,
Again,
spill the
these people
tea.
do not deserve the promotion or the press.
Oh
Don't
my
say their
God.
name. Tell me the story.
I don't even like
I don't
hearing
even want to
about
know.
them.
That's I don't even gross. A
Yeah.
vomit just went in
Ugh.
my mouth.
So
Oh, same
obviously
here.
there was some
Not
scorn
twinning.
there.
Not
Yes.
twinning on that one.
Yeah,
Nope.
not twinning.
So okay, separately.
That's
then,
a good.
What are
That's a
your
good little hashtag.
favorite?
Hashtag not
Not
twinning.
twinning.
Yeah.
So, what are your separate parts? Like, what do you have to have that necessarily she's cool with, and what do you have to have that she's like outside of the physical and everything else? What are the mental parts, the aspects that you have to have separately?
What are the
mental.
Like mental or spiritual or
like
whatever
for
else,
people
like-
that we're dating. You know what?
Yeah.
I really like intelligent people that I can have conversation with. I like down to earth people. Sean and I grew up on a little reservation of about 200 people. We grew up hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, get
that would
some.
be kind of, you know what I mean? So like just
from
real,
Alabama, I
just a
feel
real,
you, girl.
Yeah, just a real person, and it doesn't like someone who's also smart and intelligent that knows about the world and that you can talk about politics with, and that's the kind of my type.
Yeah, like how you can go art shows with. I feel you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, a
Yeah.
cultured man.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I just want a nice guy that
She's
treats
like, I
me
want
right.
someone ignorant.
No, I just want a nice guy that treats me
I want
right.
a
That's
thug
all
fresh
I
out of
want.
jail.
Yeah, I went through my bad boy phase, so I'm good. I just want a nice guy that is a gentleman and has chivalry still and
And a
all
freak.
that stuff.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Open my door.
I see her. Like I see her. I see her. She's like, I want you to have gone to jail maybe 10 years ago, but be reformed. That kind of thing. Be off parole. I don't need all that kind of drama in my life, but be like a reformed
my
thug
God.
where you had your stint and you grew from the situation.
That's good. I like that.
You were like, you beat the system. Good for
Yeah.
you, sir. Like
Yeah.
paying taxes. Nice dude.
No, that's good. That's a
Oh
good
my
point. And I can tell by the changing color in your face that she kind of got it there.
She used to date
Hello.
bad boys, and I'm glad she
did.
went through that phase.
Well, see, the thing is, like I talk about this a lot in the book, Modern Male, that a lot of it is every girl kind of wants the same core fundamental things. There are slight differences on what's more or less important, but every girl wants that edge to a guy. It's attractive. A guy that's not afraid to break rules, that is edgy, that you kind of can't predict what he's going to do. That's attractive, and it's not just attractive, male to female relationships. It's attractive the other way around. I mean,
Yeah, and
it's
don't be a pushover.
it's an attractive quality. Yeah.
'Cause I
So
feel like there's
you can
pushovers.
be,
Right.
Prince Charming and be
Yeah.
a total gentleman,
Except
but
for when
also
you're wrong and I'm yelling at you, then shut up.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to make a point right now.
then you could also be a bad boy where you kind of, you're not afraid to rip off the suit, get dirty, and do crazy things. Or
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly. You just define the perfect ideal man.
that's why you're on Modern Male
Yeah,
Radio.
there you go.
That's what the brand is about.
Hello.
So I mean, we got so deep. You guys are great guests.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us, guys.
No, I mean it's crazy because every now and again we get shows that go up, we get shows that go down. But you guys were a pleasant surprise. It's really, really, really great to have you. And we still got another 15-20 minutes. So
Alrighty
Well, maybe
then.
you guys will see a twin fight soon.
No.
That
A
happened.
10-minute one or a 7-minute one? I'm so excited. Like,
no fights.
question.
You know what? So what do you guys? I mean, you guys came from a small reservation. Actually, before we move on to that, I want to get to we went through kind of the type of guy that you guys date, which is basically
Yes.
the total package. And if you're wondering how to become the total package, you can go to my website at modernmaleinc.com.
Art shows on the left,
And you
convicts
can
on the right.
And you can buy my book, which will teach you how to be the exact kind of guy that these girls go for. Fake smile. Yeah.
Quality endorsement.
Jeez. You got to throw it out there sometimes. So what's some advice that you guys would give, or you girls would give guys? Because I told you guys when we come on the show, think of some things that you would want to say to the opposite sex. So if you could say anything right now, what would you say?
Don't wear makeup.
Be a pushover. I feel like sometimes you meet the nice guy and you're like super attracted to them and they're good looking and whatever. And then all of a sudden they're just like, oh, Shannon, like,
they're eager to
I
please
want to
you.
give you, like, I'll be there whenever you want. And I'm like,
They
you know.
become stage clinger, like
For some reason,
clinger
I
stage
also have
5.
it, I
20.
date clingers for some reason. Like, and Shauna calls them stage 10 clingers.
They
I don't know
all
what
turn
it is.
crazy. After
Yeah.
2 dates, they're
Yeah,
like,
and
want to
I
hang
don't know
out
what
with
it
her
is,
all the time.
but every
and-
single day, and like you're on a date, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And
She's
you're just
too
like,
busy macking
you
it
really
to 'em.
like them.
They love
and then,
her
like, during the
afterwards.
dinner, they're like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, oh, actually, I'm busy
You
tomorrow.
don't
Oh, what
ask-
are you doing
no,
the
don't
day
ask-
after
yeah,
that?
don't ask
I'm like,
how much-
I'm busy. That I'm literally not lying. And then the third time, he's like, what about like Friday? I'm like, okay, now I'm like, this is too much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Why don't you just like print
know?
off your schedule for him? Like, check my iCloud. I'm exhausted. Like,
No,
this
seriously,
is-
you
I
can
mean, I
use
have my shit up.
Setster, Time Trade. They actually have calendars that you are
can, like,
interactive. You
text
can
it
send
back.
somebody a
Oh,
fucking link,
wow, okay.
and they can just fill it out and
That's
be like,
too
yeah.
much. Like, you want it to be organic and real, but don't be a clinger and don't be too needy, because it becomes, you could be super attractive and you could be, I could be like really digging you and like thinking about, you know when you like someone in the
Right.
beginning and you like, when you go to sleep, you think about them, but then they ruin it by being too like needy
Or
and
like, or,
ugh.
Yeah.
or
They
they try
become
to
more
Trying to win you over.
Do you feel like they should
Out
just
of
maybe like
persistence.
ask you
Chill
when are you
out.
free instead of ask you
How
a
about-
date? Like maybe a better way is be like, when are you free, or like send you flowers later and
yeah,
make you
something
you
like
see-
that.
Or
Just
like
not-
just don't ask for. I think what Shannon means is don't ask for another date when you're already on the date.
When you're
Like,
still starting
Yeah.
the
When
date,
you're already on
don't
date
already
one.
ask for another date when you're still in the middle. Like, you haven't even gotten your entree yet. Like, what are you doing tomorrow? No, just chill out a little bit. Let's figure out if we, you know what I mean? If
a
we
little
like some
persistent.
more,
I see.
you know. So, and I think it's just like, don't be too needy. Don't.
You should just be
too
like, look, I don't
needy.
even know if I like you yet. Let me be real
Yeah.
honest with you. I'm here because there's
But
free
then
food. Let's
you're
be
there.
real.
Maybe it's the second or the third date, and you actually do like them, and you're like, you obviously like them because you're on date number 2 or date number 3. But like when they become too clingy, then it becomes like too much.
It's not.
And I don't know
attractive.
why. Like, for some reason, I'm the one that meets all these, like, Shauna
Crazy
calls them.
people.
Do you feel like that they know who you are and they kind of like, and that's why, and you're like, they
no, I
like
don't-
kind of get to know you through Instagram,
Yeah,
and you're
that
like,
could be.
honestly,
I mean, I've had
I'm not
that
that
before.
person,
I have
yeah.
had that before. That pretend like they don't know, like,
Yeah.
who you are. And then later on, they're like, oh, yeah, like when you did that. And I'm like, it was weird. You know, I tweeted that. And then you realize that they're
they
stalking
tell
you on
themselves.
your social media. I'm like, wow,
Right, like,
I just said
the
this on
lies you tell.
Snapchat, you know?
Right.
So I want to address the needy thing, because a lot of guys don't get that, because you say you want a nice guy, and a lot of guys go, well, I'm a nice guy and I'm persistent and I just want to show her that I care and I want to show her that I
Yeah.
love her.
And that's sweet.
And they're right there and they're on
You
that
know?
first date and they're like, but what they're doing is they're operating out of a fear-based mindset. So they're actually afraid of losing the person. So they're trying to secure it and control it as fast as humanly possible. So like, let me set up the next date. You know, let me show you follow through. Let me show you initiative. But you know, and I do compare dating to a business endeavor, but a lot of times there are a few places where dating is different than a business endeavor, and sometimes persistence, an abundant amount of persistence can go both ways. Some girls are
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I admire his persistence, but there is a place for persistence. You can be persistent without completely smothering the situation, completely clouding it down, and sucking the oxygen out of a room,
Yes.
where you're consistently bothering somebody and trying to keep them engaged. And I would say, instead of worrying about, you know, whether or not you're going to lose them, I'd say kill the date. Like, just go in there and, I mean, it's probably a bad word to use, but murder it. You
Murder
know,
the date.
Just go.
Not your
that's
date, but
terrible
the date.
advice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's- listen, if you're at a
Um,
dinner table, you start ordering drinks and you just forget the shit. Like, you get to the point where you get
Shush,
shit-faced.
woman, shush.
No.
No, but I mean, what I mean by that is when you go in and you actually have a date, you know, go in there and just nail it. Do everything that you could do to make
That is
her
such good advice.
so attracted to you.
I
and
listen
that's
to him.
Or
that's
you
it.
think
This
about
guy.
them, like, you're
And-
like, wow,
yeah.
remember when he did this and he did that? And then you go to sleep and you're thinking about the person. You're like, I wonder when they're going to text me. But then when you wake up and there's like 10 text messages, you're like, whoa, settle down now.
Yeah,
You know?
and I
Don't
wouldn't
overdo it.
even like. I mean, that's one of my biggest things is like, don't try and take her home after the date. Don't try and close there.
Yeah.
Really be
Right.
respectful of her boundaries and constantly put yourself in positions and things like constantly bring things up that are going to make you more attractive to her.
And like,
and then you nailed it. It's like, oh, I got it. Boom. And then you're just waiting for the text back. When you get the text, hey, I had fun last night, or hey, I had fun. That was awesome.
Yeah,
then you
that's
text
exactly
her back.
That is so true. Or like it is kind of nice when you go on a date, on a good date, and then the next day they're like, "Oh, I had such a good time."
but don't want to hang out all the time. We want to miss you. Like give
Yeah.
us time to miss you.
Yes.
Like we want to miss you. We want to if you set up, if they call you on a Thursday, like, hey, let's go out for dinner on Monday. I'm like, yay. So the entire weekend, I'm looking forward to that
To
Monday.
Monday.
Like, I can't wait for Monday. I can't wait for Monday.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Monday.
Let it build.
But if they're like, yeah, let's hang out on Friday. Oh, how about Sunday? Oh, what are you doing Tuesday? And it's like, oh, stop.
Do you guys
Just
date
stop.
guys that have a lot of goals? Because it sounds like you guys have a lot of goals, and you guys tend to date guys that maybe not. Because
No,
actually,
we date pretty successful people.
we date
like
inspiring people.
Yes,
We date
people that are
people
inspiring, that
'cause
have goals.
Really, your partner should inspire you. You should
Exactly.
You should
It should go.
inspire them.
It should be a two-way street.
Yes, exactly.
But then sometimes it becomes an issue where you date someone that's like
They feel
super successful, like,
or there's like
and
a competitive
then they have that whole
thing.
thing of like, oh, you can't hang out with me. Like I had this happened recently, actually, not too recent, but recent. I was dating someone, I really liked him, successful person, and the thing is that kind of annoyed me was he wanted to set up. Shauna and I were going back and forth to Toronto a lot, and to Canada. On filming like we had a commercial, we were filming a bunch of stuff. When we came back to Canada or to LA, he was like, "Oh, I'd like to set up a date." I'm like, "Listen, I'm really tired. I have a lot of catch up to do this week, but let's hang out soon." And then he said, "Well, like I'm a super busy guy, so I don't understand why you're so busy." And I was thinking, like, how rude are you?
kind of condescending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you make more
Extremely
money than me. That like what I do isn't as important. So I kind of after that, I'm like, whoa, I really liked you, and you just like
Yeah.
And then he's wondering why I'm not texting him back. And then I told him, I'm like, listen, I understand that you make a lot of money. And I don't make as much money as
He
you,
should
but
be
don't throw it in my
encouraging
face,
you
know?
because,
yes.
I mean, God willing, he would have been there as well
Yeah.
and have gone through that. If not, then he's bitch successful. But if he went through the same process, he'd be sitting there going, "Oh, well, awesome, man!" He'd be encouraging you.
And
And
don't talk about how your time is. Why is your time more valuable than my time? You know. So it was kind of like
It's messed up.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
Don't be a condescending prick.
Don't do that.
And you know what?
Solid
That's
advice.
a really common thing. Guys that are more successful that aren't super concerned with the etiquette stuff, and they're like, "Well, I'm rich and I'm good looking and whatever," and then they start to mess up with girls. They're like, "Well, what the hell am I doing wrong?" And they don't realize it, but they're actually being very arrogant and condescending,
Yes.
and that's a huge repellent.
Yes. Yes.
It's a turnoff.
Yes.
So.
And the thing is, we came from a little reservation. We don't need very much. Like we just want love, really. In the end, I mean, obviously, you want to have someone that has the same kind of goals as you, people that inspire you. But I mean, we're not out to date like the richest man in the world or anything like that.
You guys will make
It's
your
not
own
even
money.
Like that. Yeah.
Would you date a guy that made less than you did?
We have.
Yeah.
And that's totally comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you're.
Really, in the end, it doesn't matter how much money they make. It's how if I enjoy their time, they enjoy my time, and whatever. If there's a connection, there's a connection.
So like it does never affect you guys because I know sometimes like I guess if it's off balance you can become a little bit resentful, maybe not like it doesn't matter to you but
I've
then
been there before.
do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm
We've
not
been
saying
the
it doesn't
breadwinner.
it doesn't make you like initially you're not like oh gross, but then after a second of dating that person you're kind of like wait just a minute, I feel exhausted from doing majority of the work. I feel like you could have more initiative.
Yeah, no, I think it's one of those things that if they're not applying their energy towards their career and they rely on you as the moneymaker, then that's going to be a turnoff, and I'm going to dump you or whatever. You
Right.
know,
Going
like,
to happen.
Just
I don't
like I
wanna
guess
be-
making too much money
Yeah,
and being
yeah.
arrogant about their time
Yeah.
would be
Like-
just a turn off equally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just work
It can
hard.
go- it's a
and-
two-way street. It
Yes,
goes
it
both
is.
ways.
Neutrality, men.
Yeah.
Be neutral.
Yeah.
It's a good
Oprah's.
point.
No, it wasn't Oprah. I was watching this. It was funny. It was like Judge Judy or something like that. It was on TV, and there's the
You're
judge.
referencing-
I know. It's like Oprah and
I
Judge
think it was
Judy.
Judge
That's
Judy. It was
amazing.
one of the judges. I don't know. It was a female, and she was like, "You have to date people that make you the same money as you," is what she was saying. I'm like,
Socioeconomical is a big
but
deal.
But then I was like, that kind of makes sense a little bit. But then it's hard to like,
Yeah.
to meet someone.
Well, I've
like,
met really
you know.
successful women who end up making a lot of money, and they get a guy who's broke or whatever, and it should be fine. It is fine. But then the guy ends up becoming very resentful and kind of jealous, and then he becomes, he's always got a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
He's always trying to assert his dominance, and he's always kind of playing power games with the girl. when something successful happens, they'll end up pulling out or kind of like sabotaging her success in a way. So a big deal happens for them, and they'll pick a fight because they're afraid constantly of the woman's independence and her leaving. And people fear growth. People fear growth in other people. Well, not all people, but oftentimes in relationships, people will start to see somebody growing, and they go, "Oh no, that's different. That's different." They might leave me if they outgrow me, and then they try and pull them back in the bucket, like like the crabs in a bucket thing. So yeah, and it's fascinating. It never stops being fascinating. You know, I love doing the show, and I love having so many great relationship talks. So what are you guys working on right now?
Oh my God, we're working on a lot. We have a lot on our plate.
We do have a lot on our plate.
I just am going to be
producing her very
producing
first
my very
movie.
first feature.
Yes.
What?
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
I'm excited.
Good job.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
so I'm
Very
excited.
nice.
And the most awesome part is that I get to go back to Canada, and I get to go back to my community because we're going to film kind of near my reservation. So I'm really excited. This is my first time announcing it. So
Right on.
Super dope.
Right on.
Congratulations.
You heard it here first.
Hey.
And then I'm going to be in the movie too.
Yeah, of course. Are you guys producing it
right.
and acting in it?
She said that I was cast in it, but then
it's a
there's-
documentary. So
Yeah,
it's
they're
documentary,
turning it
so
into documentary.
There might be reenactments or whatever
Yeah,
that we might
which
use her for.
Yeah.
I'm going to be cast.
It's not like you guys can like fire each other. Like, do you
No.
ever foresee a time when you guys like wouldn't be friends? Like other lines that could be crossed that would just be like,
There's lines that can be crossed, but
You didn't go in the thing. I
there's
didn't hear
lines
you.
that can be crossed. But we have not crossed them yet.
I like that it's really hilarious though. She's like, "You're fired." She's like, "You have to go home and live with me." I doubt I am. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm rehired right
Every
now.
apartment that we have, we always have it like split. It is hard to find apartments that we
Because
like.
we work together and we live together,
Yeah.
you know.
So it's always it's
better-
like split
best
down
that
the
we work
living room,
together.
like down the thing.
The
I guess
middle
you can't
of
see
the
this. The
apartment.
middle of the apartment, and then there's Shauna's side and my side. We get our own bathrooms. Get our own
We
bedrooms.
have to have our own bathroom.
so that's so
separate
even
areas.
being so close, you guys are very concerned with your own space.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
we like our own
individuality.
space. And
Yes.
because we live differently. Shauna's more okay. I just cut myself recently. I'm the cleaner of the house. I also cook.
She cooks.
And-
She's like my.
So the
twin
past
slave.
couple of days, I haven't been able to clean the dishes, and the thing is, it's
She's-
been bothering me.
You know what, Shannon? She complains. Like, so right before we came here, she was like, "You
Complaining
didn't do
about
the
the
dishes.
dishes.
You didn't do the dishes." I'm like, "Well, if you looked, I did the dishes."
So she
like,
finally did the
4
dishes,
hours
and she
ago.
wants a big, huge pat on
No,
the back.
I'm just saying.
Like, oh, thank
she's
you so
literally
much.
getting mad at me for not doing the dishes.
dishes.
You didn't even look in the
Shauna,
kitchen.
the thing is that when there's dirty like dishes in the sink, I didn't mean to talk about
Yeah,
dishes,
yeah, you
but
clean.
it bothers me.
You
I
cook
need it
food.
clean.
We
and things
get
that
it.
Shauna can just chill out. And if I'm gone for a couple of days, like
So
come
do you
home,
guys have a
there's dishes.
dishwasher at all?
No, we
That
had a
sucks.
dishwasher.
I was
No.
like, is this an argument over who's
Wait.
loading the dishwasher?
Even if there was a dishwasher, this would still be an issue.
You know what?
So
The
you
water in LA is so hard that it doesn't. I mean, dishwashers just leave
Dishwasher-
spots.
just-
Yeah, and then
happen.
the dryer comes on and it just dries all the dirty
Yeah.
food on your dishes.
It's
Yeah.
horrible.
Even
yeah,
when I had
they're
a
great.
dishwasher.
It's a great dish rack.
Yeah,
you know,
that is
but
very
This is
true.
true.
hand
A
washing
drying
dishes
area?
have
Yeah.
always been the best. So that's interesting. So I mean, that's I would just say that's a life practice. I wouldn't have probably talked about that right now, but just
I'm
like.
clean. She's
We
a
got
little
it,
bit-
Shannon.
Yes.
We discussed.
But
this.
does that mean that like I mean, are you the partier? Are you the one that likes to go out and have? I mean,
She actually likes to go.
I like
out.
to
I
go-
like to
I
stay
like-
you know that at
home.
Convict?
I
I'm a
like
home
to.
buddy.
I like to go out and like hang out with friends, and I have to drag Shauna.
I'm content with staying home and
Shauna
watching
likes to
HBO.
stay home and like watch
That's dope. I'm
HBO.
with you.
Yeah, go on my laptop.
Go on her
Watch
laptop.
Game of Thrones.
Eat lo mein?
Have
Not
her little
mad.
yoga mat and do some exercises.
Yeah, I'm
That's what
content
Shauna
with
likes
being
to do.
home.
Shauna would be okay with that, and I'm like, Shauna, you need to go hang out with some of our friends. We have friends, you
No,
know.
she's been making me go hang out. So
But she makes it sound like I'm.
social.
But she's
Yeah.
making it sound like I'm making her go out party. Like I'm literally like Shauna.
I don't
Our
like
publicist
clubbing.
invited us to a red carpet
Yeah.
event. Let's go. And Shauna's like, okay. I'm like, it's not like we're going out and like going and getting a bottle at some club. We're
Yeah.
like hanging out with friends for dinner.
Yeah,
we're going
but
to the beach.
Don't worry, Shauna. I hate it too. No, it's funny because I swear to God. I mean, I am bipolar, but I have like it feels like split personality sometimes because I literally equally enjoy staying home, Netflix and chilling as much as going out to an event. And there's never a time. It's about kind of like manipulating my mind a little bit,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, cool. I'm in the mode to do this.
So you ebb and you flow. You're like, you have moments where you want to go out and moments where you want to stay home. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
normal.
it
though.
could
I
just
think
be
that's cool.
normal,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's super normal. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're more balanced is what it is.
I mean,
It's a pretty cool thing.
Finding
Like,
balance in
congratulations,
that.
sir. I like
You're
it.
just like, well, I mean, what kind of balance? Like, I spent 2 years probably just partying my ass off in Hollywood.
Okay, that's a lot.
And then I spent another 2. and then I.
you
And then
didn't
I,
give me the details earlier. Now,
Yeah.
now I regret what I said. Excuse me.
and I mean, like literally every day was just party, party, party. And then I spent the next 2 years writing my book and doing the radio show and staying home and
Well,
Netflixing.
you balanced them
and-
again. So we're back to the compliment.
But it's
What are
weird
you
that it was
doing
like
to
2
me?
years on
You're
and 2
making
years
me
off.
so
Like, who
bipolar.
does that?
Stop.
That's a long time. So I mean, and I want to get back into the dating thing because we're gonna wrap up here in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Are there any last thoughts that you guys want to talk about? Any last points that you want to make? Because we got a lot of male listeners.
We have a ton of.
All right, let's just shoot 'em off
Actually,
real
we were
quick.
thinking about doing it on our
On our
YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/BakerTwins.
/BakerTwins.
But we were actually we wanted to start doing this whole dating advice thing because we've had such terrible dates in LA that we're like, why do guys do this? How do they not know? This should be second nature to a lot of guys.
Yes.
Like approaching girls. Like I feel like
We should do one together. I got a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about doing a YouTube like more of the tutorial style stuff. So
Nice.
I'll definitely help you guys.
Oh,
So I
that'd
feel
be
like
awesome.
a lot of guys complain that women don't approach, and really in the end, that is not true. Like if I like a guy and I'm at a lounge, if
depends
I
on the
like a
woman.
guy, I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
maybe that's true.
Maybe it's a twin
'Cause
thing
me
too.
and Shauna, I mean, you grew up as a twins. You end up like competing
We
with
like
each
the same
other.
guy. So
So
if
whoever
you
talked
like
to
the
the guy first
then
got the guy.
So I feel like I'm so comfortable. If I
But
like
when
a
we
guy,
first moved
hey,
here,
stop cutting me
sorry,
off.
I don't. Okay,
They're
I didn't mean to
gonna
cut
fight.
you off.
Jesus.
Talk to me
10
in the
minute fight.
No, but
5 minutes
anyways, like
left.
if I like a guy and I see him at the club or I don't club, I'll see him at the lounge or a restaurant or whatever. I'll be like, wow, that guy's cute. I will just say hi, and guys get so weirded out. They're like,
Right.
hi. Is this a joke? I'm like, no. Like, really, you're cute. Hi, my name's Shauna. And they're like, whoa, weird. And I think it's a whole twin thing where Shannon and I, we like the same guy, and our rule was that
Whoever talked to him
first, then they,
Got
if
his
we both liked
number,
him,
got
then
him.
we have to, yeah.
That was
So-
usually the deal breaker for like.
so literally
if
it was
whoever
like,
called,
bam, go.
dips.
And then Shannon would go one way, I'd go the other. And
Whoever got
literally-
him first, pretty much.
Like,
But
hi.
do you remember when we first moved here to LA and all of our friends that are like super gorgeous models and actresses?
Yeah.
And they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're like, we would go out and they would just
They'd be like,
stand
they
and
do
wait.
the flirt thing. No, they'd
Or
be like this,
like waiting for the guy to say hi. And we're like, what are you doing? Just go say hi to him. They're like, why? And I'm like, I'll show you how it's done. So we would get up and like say hi. But I'm like, they would think it was weird. But I guess I think that's just a twin thing. Or
And
I don't
it's
know.
crazy that like female game is as simple as walking up and saying hi, and how much work males have to do.
That is so true. I'm not gonna lie,
We
that
have to
is
put
so true.
so much work, and it's so
You don't even have to say anything. All we have to do is say hi.
yeah, and we're like, hey, what's up?
I'm the
How
same
are
way
you?
though. I agree
What's
with
up?
you. I don't have a problem with saying hi. I think that's weird.
And then the other thing, the best piece of female dating advice ever is just to be comfortable, confident with yourself, and actually like have a personality, have something developed underneath. Be able to talk to somebody. It's like, and you're right, because there's that model thing where just kind of sit there and they're like, hi, and then you ask them a question, I'm like, I don't know,
Who, me?
and I'm like, how the fuck don't you know? I asked you what color the sky was, like. Yeah, I don't fucking know either. So it's just like it's almost like stupidity became like trendy and like haha, it's more cute and feminine. It's like, no, you're just dumb. You're just dumb. Stop it. So I think that you guys can be like amazing role models with kind of what you're saying and what you're doing. I think you should put it out there.
Yeah. Like I guess what I'm saying with that is if a girl gives you eye contact, it generally means she's interested. So that's your in, If she gives you eye contact and she
At a bar.
smiles,
Like, let's
Yeah,
say
but
you're
give
at
it
a bar or
give
a
it
cocktail.
2 Mississippis at least.
Yeah.
Like if we're like perusing, we may scan and hit you on
Oh, yeah, that is
accident.
so true.
So like, do
That is
not
so true.
And then like shark you. They're like,
Yeah.
no, and you're like, nope, not
and you have to pretend you're talking to your friend.
Yeah.
I've had so many girls make eye contact with me, and I was like, ooh, okay. And I went over there, and I mean, now I can read the look if it's just general eye contact. But yeah, sometimes I get stunned. They're like deer in headlights. They're like, oh,
yeah.
But
That is not an okay, sir.
I can't tell you how many times I've actually like looked over at a girl and thought she was hitting on me, or thought she was, and she was just
Looking.
It's
just
all about the
looking.
smile.
Just eye hustling.
Smile.
It's Shauna's really good at this.
Okay.
Do it to him.
I'll go like this.
This is how you know.
Wait, this is my drink.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Shauna
Super
does that.
flirty, I
That's
like
her
it.
little look.
You do the double look.
Yeah.
You're
The
like,
smile and the look back.
Look, yes.
Yeah. No, definitely. But yeah, I mean, for guys that are confused on the eye contact, like what you did there was way more than eye contact. So
Yeah, I
the
guess so.
Smile,
Maybe I
look.
went overboard.
You followed eye contact with a smile, and you kind of it was kind of a
body
false,
language.
it was
Look back.
a little
Look back.
giggle,
The look
and then there
back.
was another look. Yeah. So though again, it's and I've experienced this so many different times that like I'll walk over and I'll be like, hey, and then it's like, oh, you have a boyfriend, huh? That was weird. I totally thought you were eye fucking me.
But some girls are just
Yikes.
mean, and they'll do
Oh,
it
yes.
because they're with their boyfriend and be like, their boyfriend jealous. So the boyfriend's gone, they'll do the little thing, and then the boyfriend comes back, and she's
That
like,
is
oh,
a
this
setup and a
guy is
half.
totally-
What a
girls
dick
do
move.
it
Yeah.
all the time.
That's a setup. That's a
Yeah.
setup.
Or I mean, I've had so many different experiences where I mean, now I can tell all the different looks, but before I was so confused. And you know, I've had girls literally look at me like I thought they wanted to screw me, and really they were talking shit. They were talking shit to the guy next
we
to
are
them.
good at that. We are good at coding. This is why you guys can
Yeah.
tell when we lie and we can tell when y'all lie, because we have a good like poker face. Y'all
That
think
is
we're
so
playing,
true.
but we are way better at poker than
Yeah,
y'all are. Way,
that is
so
way
true.
better. Like
Well, and they say that. They say, like, you should never play poker with a woman because of
Never.
how their facial expressions are. I find that there are incredibly minute details in the eyes. So it's really about the creasing in the eyes. It's about the dilation. And it can be
I
about...
feel like you're looking into my eyes, like,
yeah. Like you liar. I see you, lady.
body language and then tone influxes, and you kind of have to calculate it all at the same time at the same moment or whatever. But like you can tell, and these days it's like a snapshot. It's like, oh, cool, you know exactly what that person's thinking.
Like
but
their micro expression.
Well, now we
Yeah.
have Snapchat,
Yeah.
where now people are able to tell their personality of women,
and they could stalk you.
Yeah,
It's
that
what
too. That too.
I remember back, Sean and I have a lot of followers now. Now we can't tell who's like stalking us anymore, so it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a blessing and a curse. Like
Yeah, because like you're
So
wondering,
many
like,
of them.
oh, is my ex is still looking at my stuff? How pathetic! But now you're like, whoa, is he?
yeah, it's just like I have too many followers for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
ain't nobody got time for you. Ain't nobody looking for you. You looking for me. I mean, I ain't looking at your shit. Best believe I give no fucks right now. Not one.
I just kind of consistently make sure that everything that I put out is something that I wouldn't mind my worst enemy seeing or my best friend or whoever.
Yeah, I guess we don't care. We're like, see it all, you
Yeah.
know.
When you're just that hot,
makeup
you're
at
like,
the gym,
literally
there
no
you
picture I
go.
take is wrong, so I can't fuck myself at all. Like every picture I take is pretty sexy. Like these two, how do they make a wrong picture? Doesn't happen.
Fair
I have
enough.
both good sides. Shannon only has
Boom, there
one,
it is.
Yeah.
So
It's a true story. This is my good
both
side.
of my sides.
Do you
are
guys
good.
always talk this much shit to each other?
We
Is this
do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. This is okay.
Who's the older
You're
one?
not hamming it up to the
She's-
camera. I am.
She's a whole minute older.
And wiser.
Yeah,
whole
but
minute old.
you know what we figured out?
older.
If you go to space, you'll come back not only a few inches taller, but also a minute older.
What?
Yeah,
If you go
they
taller?
sent these two twins to space. They sent one twin to space and they left one twin here. This just happened, and the guy went and he spent an entire year up in space, and he came back and he was a minute older than the other twin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what their birth rate was beforehand, but he came back a minute older and 2 inches taller than the other one.
So I knew that space changes your bone density,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know that it like makes it larger. That's pretty cool.
He also aged a little faster.
Yeah.
They have to change your muscle tone and everything because you wouldn't be walking for an entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think
it
about
does.
So it has to like in some way compensate.
I
I
thought if
guess.
anything, it would
Yeah.
slow down your age because there's less gravity.
No, that's if you go
pulling.
closer to the black hole.
Oh.
You can,
It's the
like-
amount of it's
but that's
this-
impossible right now at this point.
It's amount of radiation or something that goes through. I forget what it is. Oh no, it's the constant packing of your bone, the density. So they actually have a machine now. It's like a gigantic squat machine. You kind of like pull and squat at the same time, so it keeps your bones dense. So you actually are exercising in space.
Wow, if while y'all are up there, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna be here aging just normally, just hanging out. Like, I don't need to know any of this. I'm cool hanging out right here.
I would go fucking insane. You know,
I would
you see me
too.
3 weeks later, and I have like my underwear in my head. I'd be running around the spacecraft.
Too many bad situations that could go down. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
okay with any of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hang out right here.
I mean, I like being alone and all, but maybe not that
In space,
alone.
like
Cool.
away
So-
from humans.
Where can people find you guys? What have you got going on? And is there anything else that you would like to promote?
I'm filming a movie, A Life Less Empty, and then we're filming a movie with Adam Beach actually this summer. We're really excited about that. He's in the movie Suicide Squad. He's one also
Comes out in August. I
comes
love
out
it
in
how we're
August.
promoting
Please,
Adam
please watch our
Beach's
friend's movie Suicide Squad. You can follow us on Instagram at the Baker Twins, at Shannon Baker,
Shauna Baker with the U.
and then Twitter the same thing at the Baker Twins, at Shannon Baker, at Shauna
Shauna
Baker, Snapchat Shannon L Baker,
Snapchat.
Shauna
Again,
Baker.
Shauna Baker with a U.
and then thebakertwins.com is our website.
And please subscribe to our YouTube.
YouTube.com/Baker Twins. We do a fitness video every Thursday, and we do a Twinning Tuesday video every Tuesday where
With
we
different celebrities and YouTube personalities.
Yes.
Very
Whoop,
cool.
whoop. All right. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks
Hey,
for tuning
guys.
in to Modern Male Radio. Or actually, hold on. Did you want to add anything?
I mean, Leah Pelka
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Instagram. Like, it's no big deal. Like, it's not that deep. I don't really need it like that.
Leah
I'm
Pelka.
cool. I'm
Add
hanging
her
out.
on
Sorry,
Instagram.
Hanging out.
sorry.
It's cool.
Yeah. So that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Male Radio.
Bye.
You're listening to Modern Male Radio with Jerod Zavistoski, right here on LA Talk Radio.